and welcome once again to Tea Time with Naomi, with me, Naomi, and my customary cup of tea. So today I am going to do a haul. So every couple of months in Edmonton, the libraries here sell their books, and the paperbacks are $1 and hardbacks and audiobooks and DVDs and CDs are $2. So you can imagine my excitement when I finally went last month and again this month, and this month was at a bigger library. So I got quite the haul I wanted to show you guys. So I'm pretty sure the worth of all these books combined was like $200, but I got them for $21. So I got 16 books, I think, $21. So let's get started. So as you can see, oh, so many books and so little regrets. Okay, so first is a book I bought for my mother, and that is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. So I think this is like the film, and it is based on the lives of two witches and kind of talks about their life in love and trying to escape, I guess, their heritage and whatnot. But it looks really good, and it has a little inscription, which I love. I love to know who owned books before. So yeah, ma'am, this is coming your way if you're watching this. The next thing I got is a book by Katie Ford, and this is called The Artistic License, and I got this for my mother-in-law, or soon-to-be mother-in-law, and it is about a woman called Thea Orville who runs away to Ireland with a man called Rory. But life follows her, including people she doesn't want to see, like a woman, I'm assuming, called Petal, and her uncle, who is the enigmatic Ben, a man Thea has sworn never to like. I mean, we all know the outcome by that. But you know, who doesn't love a good Pride and Prejudice themed love story? But yeah, this is Katie Ford's is a nice writer. I've read one or two of her books before. She writes well. You know, there are twists and turns to her love stories. And yeah, it's just an overall nice read. And the last present I got was just a Futurama comic for my fiance, because he loves Futurama. So yeah, I don't know, it was a bit random, but you know, I wanted to be thoughtful. Okay, so the books from now on are for moi. So I got The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. I've wanted to read this for ages. I watched the film and it utterly broke my heart. It's about a family during Nazi Germany, and they move near a concentration camp, and it talks about their journey, and it focuses mainly on the son who forms a friendship with one of the Jewish boys in a concentration camp. And it's a beautiful story, heartbreaking, and I'm really excited to read it. So the next thing I bought was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Now I'm really excited. I haven't read the Lunar Chronicles yet, but they are on my wish list for Christmas. So I'm hoping someone in my family have got me those, or the first one. But this looks really interesting. So Catherine may be one of the most desired girls in Wonderland and a favourite of the unmarried king, but her interests lie elsewhere. You know, it's just I think it's going to be one of those lovely fantasies that you can kind of get lost in. We're going to follow the girl's journey. She's going to probably fall in love with someone she shouldn't fall in love with, which arguably are my favourite stories. I'm the worst, I know, but what can I say? I love a good Pride and Prejudice story, as you've seen. So the next thing I have is The Circle by David Eggers. I love the cover. Look how beautiful this cover is, and look at this hardback. I mean, can we just appreciate how beautiful this is? This is pretty this is a brand new book, and it is worth $34 alone, and I paid $21 for all of these. Like, my mind is blown. So yeah, I've seen the film of this with Emma Watson and Tom Hanks. I love the movie. I'm very interested in the whole idea of social media taking over our lives and what happens to us, essentially, and to society should that happen. And this book, I think, tries to explore that. So this story follows a young girl called May who goes to work in the Circle, and it's all about social media and bearing yourself bare to thousands, to millions of people all over the world. Which is kind of essentially what I'm doing now. So is this some kind of inception? Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, super excited to read this book. If anyone's read it, let me know if it's like the film. I'm really curious, because I think the film did a good job, as in I enjoyed the film. But yeah, I hope it's kind of similar, but better. So the next book I got was The Beginning of the World in the Middle of the Night by Jen Campbell. I mean, look at this cover. This hardback is honestly so beautiful. So this is stories of family and magic, lost souls and superstition, spirits and jam jazz, mini apocalypses, animal hearts and sideshows. Mermaids are on displays at the local museum, a girl runs a coffin hotel on a remote island, and a couple are rewriting the history of the world in the middle of the night. Like, what a way to sell a book. Like, this sold me straight away. This is such clever marketing and just writing, and I'm so excited to get into it. And it's not very long. I think it's under 200 pages. No, it's just over 200 pages, which I think is like a nice little read, especially in the middle of winter when you don't have much to do one afternoon and you just want to curl up. So that's this kind of book for me. And yeah, I just adore this artwork and this cover. It's just so lovely. So the next book I have is Sisters Red by Jackson P.S. and I adore this cover. So this is very much inspired by the Brothers Grimm and Little Red Riding Hood, I'm assuming. I love anything with wolves in because I'm cliche again. I'm a very cliche person. And yeah, it just sounds really interesting. I think it goes from both the sisters' perspectives, which is something I really enjoy. I really enjoy when perspectives in novels change. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this, and it's all about women kicking ass basically and being amazing, which is what I'm all about. So the next book I have is Room by Emma Donoghue. I hope I said that right. If I haven't, please just let it slide. So yeah, I'm sure everyone knows about Room by now. It was an amazing movie. I watched it on the plane either to Canada from Japan or back to Japan from Canada. Can't remember. Either way, I absolutely adore the raw emotion in the film, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. I'm pretty sure it will have the same raw emotion and just beautiful words and dialogue that the movie had. So this is the story about a woman who has been kidnapped as a child and has lived the last couple of years in a room basically where she has raised a child she has had with her captor, and it's just their story. And from what I've heard, the point of view from the little boy who's known nothing but this room his entire life is just beautiful. And yeah, it's a bit of a different read from what I'm used to. I read a lot of fantasy, so I'm very excited to delve into this. And if anyone has read it, again, let me know what you think, because I'm really excited to read this. So the next book I have was actually recommended to me by Jess, who was there with me at the book sale, and she gave me Passengers by Alexandra Bracken. Now, many of my friends, including Priscilla, loves Alexandra Bracken, so I'm very excited to give them a go. All I know about this is it's time travel. Lots of time travel, and how a young girl has to cope in a different time after discovering that she can, you know, time travel. But either way, I'm very excited to read this book. The cover is really interesting, like it's slightly shorter and gives way to this lovely shiny glossy page inside, and I'm just very excited to read it. So as you will learn about me as these videos hopefully go on, I'm quite daunted by big books for various reasons growing up, but yeah, I think this has over 400 pages. So when and if I'm not going to say if, when I choose to endeavour this book, please wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. So the next book I picked up is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey, and I've been dying to read this book for ages. We studied the film in psychology when I was younger in school, and I've fallen in love with the story ever since. I'm currently writing my own mental health story, so I'm very interested in novels about mental health. So if anyone has any recommendations, please do leave them in the comment section below, because I'm desperate to read more. But yeah, this is a story of a man who gets put in a mental health institute, and we kind of see what mental health institutions were like in, I think it's 1962, and it kind of follows the story of this man and a Native American man who he befriends, as far as I know. This is what I'm hoping it's about. If it's not, I've just embarrassed myself. Because when I look at the blurb, I'm pretending, guys. It's not really, I'm not really reading. But yeah, this is meant to be a really good book, really good story, and I'm very keen to get on with it. And I love the cover. It's just this very nonsensical but also very sensical cover. So I think it's very clever, and at first I didn't really like it, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I think that's what art these days is all about, isn't it? Hating it but also loving it at the same time. So the next book I bought was kind of an impulse buy, and it is called Fauna by Alyssa York, and I adore this cover. As you saw before, I like anything with Brothers Grimm, wolves, and anything mythical and fantastical. And this just seems like such a strange read. One day, Edel Jones, a federal wildlife officer, is able to handle human smuggling in rare creatures and killing most of them in the process. The next day, she cannot. It says how she follows a young girl called Lily and her big black dog, rescuing migratory birds that have knocked themselves out in the city's glass towers. And I think it's just very strange things that goes on as she kind of follows this girl and all the characters she meets and all the creatures she meets. And it seems very strange, but I really want to give it a go. And it's very old, as you can see, which I actually really enjoy. And the best thing is, it's signed. It is signed. And yeah, I couldn't put it down once I found out that it was signed, because I'm a sucker for signed books. So yeah, if anyone has heard of this or read this, please let me know, because I've never heard of it before and it seems like quite an older book. So yeah, so I'm really excited for my next find. So this is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. So I first heard about this by one of my favourite booktubers, Jean's Bookish Thoughts, and she adores Libba Bray, and I'm pretty sure she really loves this book, and she was talking about it on channel and she just made it sound so enticing and fantastical that I just had to give it a go. And when I saw it today, I knew I had to take it home. It starts off by saying Gemma Doyle isn't like other girls. Girls with impeccable manners who speak when spoken to, who remember their stations, and who will lie back and think of England when it's required of them. No, 16-year-old Gemma is an island unto herself, sent to the Spence Academy in London after tragedy strikes her family in India. Lonely, guilt-ridden and prone to visions of the future that have an uncomfortable habit of coming true, Gemma finds a chilly reception. But she's not completely alone. She's been followed by a mysterious young man who wants her to close her mind against the visions. That just sounds like so much fun. And look at this cover. I usually dislike people on the covers of books, but I think this is so well done, and it's mainly, you know, her corset and back, so it's not so bad. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this. So next is my most exciting find. So back in October or September, I read some of Holly Black's work for the first time in the form of The Cruel Prince and fell in love. She is so fantastic at world building, and I just loved that book so much that I've been dying to read The Wicked King ever since. Like, seeing the fact that some people have read the book and I'm just like, I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens. But anyway, to tide myself over, I was really hoping to find some of her books, but I've been a little broke and haven't really been able to afford to buy any of her other books. However, today at the library sale, I came across all three of these. I am so excited, and I came over them one at a time and they were scattered everywhere, but I've never been so glad to get up at 8:30 in the morning to get to a book sale by 9 o'clock in my entire life. So I have Tith or Tithe, I'm really not sure. This book, along with Valiant, which I believe is the second in the trilogy, and Ironside, which is the third and last, I do believe. So the stories, to my knowledge, follow a 16-year-old Kay who's a modern nomad. She's fierce and independent, and she travels from city to city with her mother's rock band until an ominous attack forces Kay back into her childhood home. She soon finds herself between the Fey world and the mortal world, and these books are all about how she navigates between those worlds and how she is going to find out more about herself and how she's going to find herself and everything fantastical, and I am very, very excited to read these. I'm really tempted to put all three of them on my December to read list, but I'm a really slow reader and I have so many others I really want to finish before December, so my Goodreads can have like a clean start. So if I don't read these in December, they will definitely, along with The Wicked King that comes out in January, be my first reads of January. So that's it for today, guys. This is my first haul ever, so please, you know, be nice to me if it's a bit weird or rushed. If you have any, you know, comments or suggestions, like, you know, explain the books more, go slower, talk faster, make the video shorter, any kind of advice, please do put it in the comment section below, because I really want to learn and make good videos. But also let me know if you've read any of the books in my haul today, and if not, which ones would you love to read? I would love to hear in the comment section below. I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who commented on my first video. I've had such amazing support, and already I'm so grateful to be a part of such a loving and fun community. So with that, here's my cup of tea, and I'll say goodbye. Bye! I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh God. See, I'm killing myself over this YouTube channel. This is so good. I love